Hi, so let's do a quick view for the next week. आज 17th है, कल 18th से एक नई वीक स्टार्ट होगी एंड वी आर गोइंग टू ट्रेड फॉर द नेक्स्ट 5 days. सो लेट्स सी इसमें हम क्या देख सकते हैं. ऑफ कोर्स निफ्टी इज एट all time high and definitely going forward I really don't see this is going to change in any way. Of course from a nifty perspective अगर nifty चल रही है, so we should be more concentrating on the nifty 50 heavyweights, and this is what our strategy has been and till date ये हमको अच्छी results दी है. So let's start and discuss alphabetically. So Aarti Industry is fantastic. ये 1200 का target हम easily achieve कर सकते हैं. Let's see. A nice consolidation has been happening for the last 4-5 sessions, so this looks good. Also here you can see Adani Enterprise as well as Adani Ports, very nice and strong candles, very good closing. 816 में इसका resistance है which it was able to hit. अगर 816 को अगर ये actually easily break करती है in the next 1 or 2 sessions, then definitely going forward this is going for all-time high. Adani Enterprise B, this is a very typical bullish structure. We have been talking about high highs, high lows, so this is also looking good. Amraja Battery 800 के ऊपर we would be interested जब ये 800 के ऊपर closing देगी, but 800 is going to be a very tough resistance. And definitely going forward अगर हम maybe we would be tracking this for the next week. APL Limited ये एक बॉक्स में थी और ये बॉक्स को तोड़ने की कोशिश की है. Now 800 is going to act like a support. Hopefully 800 के ऊपर अगर रही तो maybe APL Limited would be able to move past this 850, and this is exactly the structure which I also expect in Amraja Battery. It will try to go towards 800 and then there will be a sell-off, and then eventually it will try to take the next try. So these are very good trading structures, because here when you are at these important levels, you can easily book your profits, and you can also create shorts when you see that the weakness has crept in. And normally these moves they come in the very opening 1 hour, and so this is going to be a very good trade. क्योंकि मैं APL Limited का एग्जांपल दे सकता हूँ कि when this was reached, and then when it was unable to hold the levels of 850, you can see from there was a nice 50 points. So even if you sell the 850 call or even 900 call, say for example, this is going to give a very good time value together with also the value erosion. Okay, APL Apollo Tyre is fantastic. This is a very good structure. ये एक box में थी, and so this is the difference. You should never short these candles. This is a very typical consolidation going forward. Of course ये अगर levels of 230 के नीचे अगर trade करना start की, then again it will come towards the levels of 220, but till that happens this is looking good. Ashok Leyland also fantastic move. We were talking about how 140 so first we talked about 136 as important resistance level. जब इसको breach करके closing दी, and then we created our positions, and from there we went towards the levels of 150. But definitely Ashok Leyland is worth looking into. And the next one is Astral is fantastic. Astral made again went towards this all-time high levels, and going forward of course मेरा 2500 definitely एक बहुत अच्छी target है. I'm still carrying the positions, and this is absolutely going to be achieved hopefully in the next few sessions. AU Bank भी अच्छी sorry consolidate कर रही है 1200 में. Actually AU Bank में एक बहुत पूरी तरह से एक breakdown आई थी, and this is the reason, else we were actually creating a lot of positions and making good profit in AU Bank some 2-3 months ago. Oro Pharma nothing. Axis Bank fantastic structure, high highs, high lows, and this is going to make an all-time high very soon. And so is also Bajaj Auto 4000 में बहुत अच्छी consolidation हो रही है. This is looking really good, and from a target perspective definitely 4200 plus is definitely going to be achieved in a very short span of time. Both Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance, high highs, high lows. You can see this is a very typical structure, and I think definitely I have a lot of positions in Bajaj Finance. We booked earlier profits in when it made an all-time high on this particular day. And then we also created positions again on this particular day, on last of Friday, because I am really very much optimistic on the market. And definitely if the market, if I'm optimistic for Nifty, then of course it can't be that this companies like Bajaj Finance won't take part in that rally. Balakrishna Industry is also looking really good. Very nice consolidation has been happening. Bandhan Bank also, this is a very typical bullish structure. Very far soon ये 350 के ऊपर breakout दे सकती है. And Bank of Baroda is also looking really good. Bata India making new all-time highs every day, and this is definitely a very good strong momentum is there. So from the looks of it, we can safely, actually we were tracking 2000 levels, and we talked about it on this particular day when we said कि 2000 achieve होगी, and this was achieved over here. So we booked our profits, and then again when it broke 2016, I remember I created more profits, and from there we are now very much near to 20 levels, and it will, I think 2200 should be there. BEL also fantastic consolidation is in a box. It has been ongoing. Berger Paint is more in a box, nothing much. Bharat Forge 800 के ऊपर closing was that was what we needed, and this is what we got. And then we were expecting a very good reversal, just like we saw earlier. But here you can see it was able to maintain these levels, and this actually showcases that this is now poised for a much higher target. And you can see it's making high lows, which actually showcases there is a lot of momentum, and this is one of the good scripts to be within. Ramkrishna Fogin is also making all-time highs each and every day, so basically the whole sector looks really good. Bharti, I think 700 would be especially for Bharti perspective, I would say I would be more interested in Bharti when it starts trading above 730. Till then I think it's more like more in a box. BHEL also is went towards 80. We entered at 69, and this is exactly what I tweeted about when it was round about at 58 60 levels. So वहाँ से हमने 69 पे बुक किया, फिर हमने 70 से अपना पोजीशंस बनाया, and that we booked out at 76, and this is also when I tweeted about it. And from there it actually went towards the levels of 80. So BHEL is also looking really good. Biocon, we don't have any positions, and I think for Biocon there was earlier a range, and that range got broken, right? So पहले Biocon was always able to hold the levels of 386 to 400. ये उसका एक base था, and then it broke, and then it corrected towards the levels of 330. और वहाँ से हमने positions बनाए थे, and then we again booked out at 376 over here. And after that we were just waiting for अगर आप पहले की वीडियो देखोगे from these days this day onwards, we were talking about we would only be interested when it takes out the 386 level, but it was never able to. And now I think it will the band has shifted towards the lower segment, where it will try to move between the levels of 330 and 370. But you can definitely play this band, and definitely Biocon is one of the companies which has a really good potential for medium term. So don't expect immediate results in this year. Perfectly fine, but definitely going forward you can expect good results in the matter of 8 months or 6 months from now, which would be near about during the quarter one of the next financial the quarter one of the next year. Similarly, Bosch, fantastic consolidation. BPCL is also trying to give us a good move. Let's see how it moves. I'm more interested in Hind Petro and oil. Britannia is more in a box, nothing much. Canara Bank 195 हमारा target था, and this was exactly went towards 195. This is the target we have been talking since long, I think, on these particular days. I think it was on this particular day. So 195 was definitely in the targets for technical analysis point of view. This has been achieved, so it can still go up. It's absolutely not a problem. If it is able to break the levels of 200, then again 220 would be a good target. Canfin Home, fantastic structure. You can see it's making high lows. Definitely a candidate for all-time highs. Cholafin also, it went towards the levels of 610 and then it closed at 594, and this is a very good, nice rounding structure. Going forward, definitely 650 seems to be in the card. I've been carrying positions and I've been booking at different points of time, but right now also I have a lot of positions in Cholafin and I'm very much optimistic. I like Cholafin has been one of the companies which has always been a wealth generator for me in the past, and I definitely like to stay with those companies. Nothing much. Coal India भी 200 और 150 के बीच में है. COFORGE also gave us a very good move. All the mid cap ITs, they gave us a good profit. We created our positions from here. We didn't book out over here. We were expecting a good move, and this move came with the WIPRO's good news. And so going forward, there can be a more upside towards the levels of 6,000. Concor also has been drifting. We talked about Concor touching the levels of 700 much earlier. Then you can see in this graph, and from there it came towards 700 and now it's inching towards 650. This is looking a weak counter. Coromandel also is facing, you can see this upper wicks, so it's not looking good. At least it's able to maintain the levels of 850, but I think with any weakness in Nifty, if 850 gets broken, then again it will correct towards the levels of 800. City Union Bank, fantastic move. 169 was a good resistance. ये उसको breach करके ऊपर गई है, and this time again it can be a good breakout on a weekly chart. So I posted a technical analysis on CUB few months ago. You can find it in my channel. That channel is still intact, and so maybe but it's very near to breaking out of the channel, definitely. And definitely this is going to be a good trade for a medium term, where you can see really good targets, a really good return from this particular trade. Nothing much. Deepak Nitrite, fantastic structure, very nice consolidation is happening. DVSLab also very good. You can see this is a very typical structure, so definitely going forward 5500 seems like a very good target which can be achieved. Dixon also, we have been carrying positions from these particular consolidation days, and definitely our target is 6,000. DLF, and we have been talking about a very good consolidation is happening and is moved towards 450. I don't trade in DLF, but definitely on this particular day itself it was very evident that DLF is going to hold this particular level. Dr. Reddy has again come towards 5,000, and this is exactly what we discussed on this particular day, where we said that when 5,000 is going to be a very tough resistance, and then when this breakdown came, we were just waiting for it to retrace again to 5,000. And now going forward, I think you can see this is a very typical structure, and going forward definitely 5,000 abhi ye third time jab 5,000 ko breach karegi, it's going to sustain, and it's going to give us a good move towards 5,400. So now Dr. Reddy has come in our radar. We left Dr. Reddy when the big fall came some months ago after his result, and then theoretically right now again we are interested. So these are all we trade. As a trader, we only are interested in important levels when they are breached. Of course, people अगर 4600 के पहले भी गई थी, 4600, 4800 अगर इन सब levels में अगर positions बनाए हैं, they are sitting in a good profit. But we as traders, we have to just take part in the small momentum moves which come in, so that we can make very quick money. Scott's very good structure. This is definitely one of these days. ये 1600 जाने वाली है. Exide Industries is also, it went towards the levels of 190, and now it's again trying to come between in a box. 190 के ऊपर breach करेगी, then definitely from our target perspective 200-205 seems very much doable. Federal Bank also, fantastic move has been coming since last few days. Here you can see it's making high highs, high lows, and from there was a good move from the levels of 85 to 95. It was a good move. But I am not very much interested in these small banks which I have no idea about. But definitely from a technical perspective, this already looked like it was going to give a good move. GAIL is also nicely consolidating. There's nothing much. Glenmark is also in a box. GMR Infra is also moving really good. We have been talking about GMR Infra. I don't trade in this particular company, but you can see this is a very nice consolidation up move. Going forward, जब तक 40 hold करती है, there is absolutely nothing to worry. Okay, Godrej Properties also fantastic move, nice consolidation, making new all-time highs. Very good. Grasim is also, you can see this is a very typical structure of 1700 was a good target. It was achieved, and then on the next day itself it broke 1700, and from there it went towards the levels of 1750 plus. Definitely this is looking good. Grasim is also one of the companies I really don't create positions because of the overhang it has on the idea. Gujarat Gas, this is more between a box, so 650 copper closing would be of interest to us, and in general we would be more interested in when the levels of 700 are breached. HAL fantastic round कर रही थी, and we talked about how in these particular days मैंने वीडियो में बोला था कि अगर ये PSU नहीं होती, this is the right time for someone to create positions and hold it, and since this is a PSU, so we were not very much confident, especially after this particular day. We were just waiting for a breakout of 1400, and this was actually the day in which we were sure that a very good move is going to come, and from there you can see it's very near to its all-time high. I would definitely suggest to stick and keep an eye on HAL, as this can definitely go towards 1520 plus. Abel's also fantastic move came in. HCL Tech, this is more on result based moves which are coming in, so let's see. 1300 is a very important level. If it's able to breach 1300 and 1350, it would be a good move. HDFC भी अच्छी closing भी है. HDFC AMC is also trying to give us a move. We are actually not very much interested in HDFC AMC because I think 3000 is going to act like a very good resistance for now. HDFC Bank, fantastic move we have been talking about on these particular days कि ये कैसे 1600 को maintain कर रही है, and from there you can see it has gone towards the levels of 1690 in just a couple 5-6 sessions, and this is definitely closed at all-time high and definitely giving the result. I won't be surprised if it opens above 1700, and then there can be a dip. Then we will see how much amount of dip it is going to sustain, and then depending on that we would be more interested in creating more positions. HDFC Life is also below 700. We have been talking about अभी कुछ वीक्स हो गए हैं कि वी आर नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन एनी इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर कंपनीज फॉर नाउ. वी आर जस्ट गोइंग टू लेट द डस्ट सेटल एंड देन ओनली वी वुड बी इंटरेस्टेड इन क्रिएटिंग पोजीशंस. एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वी आर मोमेंटम ट्रेडर्स, एंड सो हमारे लिए मोमेंटम को चेस करना इंपॉर्टेंट होती है. यू नेवर नो अगर ये 700 से रिवर्स करेगी, वी नेवर नो अगर ये 650 तक जाएगी. सो एनीथिंग कैन हैपन. इट्स ओनली दैट जब इसमें स्ट्रेंथ आएगी देन ओनली वी वुड बी जंपिंग इन. बट इन जनरल आई वोंट बी जंपिंग इन इंश्योरेंस लाइफ इंश्योरेंस सेक्टर रिलेटेड कंपनीज फॉर एटलीस्ट दिस एंड ऑफ दिस ईयर. So this includes HDFC Life, SBI Life, ICICI Prudential Life, as well as ICICI Lombard. Hero Motor, it's nothing much, it's more in a box. Hindalco, we have been talking about Hindalco. It made a new 52-week high. It looks really good going. In Petro also 333 हमारा target था. It went towards 336. This was the target when we discussed around about when it was at these particular days at 280 levels, and it closed above 280. Hindustan Unilever, India Bull Housing Finance is also looking good. This is a very bullish structure. अगर ये एक अच्छी मूव देती है over the levels of 248, 250, then going forward it can definitely breach the levels of 260. ICICI Bank भी हमारा 725 is a very important level. We created our positions in ICICI Bank, और ये मैंने पहले भी बोला था कि जब भी ICICI Bank 725 levels के ऊपर जाएगी and it will be able to sustain or closing देगी, we would be creating positions. That's what we did. Now let's see where it opens. We are expecting a good move towards 740 plus. There's nothing much. We already discussed these two companies with HDFC Life. idea is also between 12 and 10. IDFC First Bank, good move, agar 50 ke upar closing the IEX, fantastic consolidation is happening at all time highs. Going forward, I think 1950 would be a very good achievable target, and this is the one which we are going to target for the next week. IGL, absolutely no strength. Indian Hotel also nicely consolidation के बाद अच्छी से 250 की तरफ जा रही है. One of these days it will achieve that. India Mart also 9000 के ऊपर अच्छी क्लोज देके ऊपर जा रही है. Indigo is more in a box, 2200 के ऊपर closing it would be of interest to us. IndusInd Bank, fantastic, ये 1200 का जब टूटा when and it was able to sustain, we created positions. Going forward, this you can see this is a very typical triangle, and then we are going for a breakout. Going forward, अगर ये फिर 1200 levels को touch की on Monday, then we would be adding more, and then we would be trying to go for 1330 plus. They should be achievable in short term. Indus Tower also fantastic bullish move. We are just waiting for a strong candle like this to come here, and then it would drive the price much higher. In Phoebe, we created our positions on these particular days, and from there we booked out at 1750. It went towards 1783. The reason was pretty simple. This was more of a box, and we knew that just like first time, this will also be hard for it to cross, and this is exactly what happened. It again corrected towards 1700. So अभी हमारा next trading strategy 1750 के ऊपर के closing पे ही होगी. IOC also has been making new 52-week high. Fantastic consolidation हो रही है 130 में. Kalam nothing much. IRCTC, of course, yes, ये तो अभी this is now beyond technical analysis. This we knew that यहाँ पे जब consolidation हो रही थी, especially on this particular day when this candle was formed, we very well knew that it's going for 5000, and this is exactly what happened in just 2-3 sessions. But it then went towards 5600 levels. So I think now going forward it should definitely try to go for 6000, and let's see. But in general अभी इसमें मेरी बहुत ही thin positions हैं, and all my big trades, all the good profits, they have already been locked in, and the only reason is I don't want to be trapped in this split game. And so let's see what comes after. ITC, we created positions at 250 on this particular day. We created first positions at 238 यहाँ पे, and from there we booked out at 250 when it touched for the first time, and then again जब closing 250 के taraf we added huge positions, and from there we went towards the levels of 256 plus. Actually we're 262 तक गई थी, but for us we started booking at 256, and then from 256 to 259 हम अपने सारे positions जितने भी short term 1-2 trading sessions के लिए बनाए थे, we booked out, and then going forward we see there's a huge upside of 300 or at least the levels of 280 should be achievable in the short term. Jindal Steel, fantastic consolidation हुआ था, अच्छी breakout आई थी, nice, and now this is going much higher. Also JSW Steel. So going forward, I think in this week I would be more interested in the steel sector. We have already talked about how steel is in our focus, and we have not forgotten about it. We were just waiting for some reversal signals. We have been tracking it, and definitely I think going forward I would be very much be interested in JSW Steel and Tata Steel. Jubilant Food, 4500 was a good target. It achieved, and now it's going to consolidate over here. So we can be expecting a good move in the very short term. Kotak Bank अभी 2000 के ऊपर closing दी है. So all the big banks they have given us a good move. L&T Finance Housing also we were talking about over here. हम बोल रहे थे कि this is going to go for a good one, and till now we have achieved the levels of 95. So going forward, let's see if 100 is achievable. Lalpath Lab, we have no positions, nor we have any intention of creating one in Lalpath or Metropolis. LIC Housing Finance is also high highs, high lows. One of these days ये 450 के ऊपर एक strong closing देगी. L&T also 1800. So this is a very typical structure. जब जाती है it corrects. So this time also it went and it corrected. I expect 2-3 session ये 1750 में आएगी and it will try to get the support. And then again the third time जब वो 1800 breach करेगी, then we would be adding more. LTI also fantastic closing. At least it was able to give a closing above 6,000. Going forward, 6,500 and up is definitely in the cards. The market has been waiting for the result, and definitely we are going to see the result-based move in the next week. And so definitely this should be in your radar. And going forward, of course, I think the all-time high, and also you can see in the next one in LTTS also हमने positions 4600 के नीचे में बनाई थी, and we had to hold for a few days, and this is also when I said that I don't know whether we created at 4520 levels, I think, on this particular day, and from there it went towards the next day, but we didn't book. We had much higher targets for 5,000, and this was very much achievable on here on this particular day. So the reason was pretty simple. So we held our positions with conviction, and the thing is, there are a lot of times there will be sectors which will just and actually on the top of that, we already I did in the last weekend की जो वीडियो थी उसमें मैं बोला भी था कि this week all the ITs are going to give, all the mid cap ITs are going to give very good results, very good profits and very good moves. So always be in this in the step, and this is exactly what happened. So this was already a pre-planned trade for me, जो मैं already आप बोल सकते हो 29th of last month में ये plan हो चुकी थी कि definitely the second week of October में ये अच्छी move देगी, and going forward definitely 5,000 and above is going to give us a really powerful move towards a level of 550, 5,500 and 5,600 in LTTS. Lupin 1000 go per closing we would be interested. M&M also fantastic move, very nice consolidation happening. Definitely 1000 looks like very good, very much achievable. M&M Finance also ये 180 or 190 के बीच में है, one of these days making high lows, and then theoretically this is definitely going for a very good move in the very near future. Also you can see Manappuram 200 wo seems to be achievable, and this is the day. From this particular day we talked about how 200 should be achievable, and this seems like 200 is going to be achieved very soon in this next week. We would be very much be interested in levels over 205 in Manappuram. Usko par closing aayegi, we would definitely be creating positions. So Marico also making new all-time highs, fantastic consolidation, 580 levels को hold कर रही है. जब तक ये हो रही है, it looks, everything looks fine. Maruti is 7500 को hold कर रही है. Breakdown came but is able to hold this levels. So going forward अभी it seems like ये 7800 और 7500 के बीच में शायद कुछ consolidate करे. जब तक ये 7300 के नीचे नहीं आती है, there is absolutely nothing to worry, and going forward 8000 seems like a good target. McDowell also fantastic consolidation. MCX fantastic consolidation at all-time high levels, and this looks really good. Okay, Metropolis also, this is to 2500. Actually on this particular day itself we said how 2800 is definitely 2800 is definitely in the cards, 2700, and this was achieved here जब ये 2800 2700 तक के नीचे तक आ गई थी. From there again we told about अगर ये level breach होती है then it will come towards 2500. It seems like this is going to happen. MFSL is also one of the companies where I have created positions at 1000 levels on this particular day, and then theoretically it went towards 1050 levels, but we are still holding it. हमारा target 1100 है. Let's see, this looks weak. One of these days अगर ये correct होके अगर 900 तक गई, so maybe I have to think of some strategy to hedge my positions from 1000 levels. जब तक वो होती नहीं है, I don't have to worry about it. MGL भी कुछ खास नहीं है. Mindtree fantastic move, fantastic result, and you can see the first strong move. 5000 definitely seems to be the target, and इट जस्ट डिपेंड्स कल की ओपनिंग कैसे होगी, और अगर ये ओपनिंग 4750 के ऊपर हुई, गोइंग फॉरवर्ड 5000 seems like a very good target, and that would be achieved in just a matter of few minutes. In 15, 20, 30, 1 hour time frame. Motherson Sumi, nothing much. Emphasis also हमारी positions थी from these particular days, and we are still holding हमारा 3500 के ऊपर की target है. MRF fantastic consolidation. Muthoot Finance high highs, high lows, fantastic moves are coming in. ये 1600 के लिए जा रही है. M&M NAM India is also 460. It made an all-time high, and then it was able to get some support from 440. And if this next time it's able to hold and close above 460, then going forward it will give us a good move. Actually, the NAM India and Trent, both of these stocks have the same structure, so बाद में हम जब ट्रेंड में आएंगे we will see how these two structures correlate. National Alam fantastic move हो रही है, ये एक अच्छी मूव दी थी, and then it started consolidation, and this is exactly the sort of structure जो मैं मारुति में अभी just discuss किया over here. So you can see it gave a good move like this, and then there was a small consolidation over here, then there was a big breakdown just like this one, and then a small consolidation just like here. So जब तक ये important level, इसकी जैसी important level 93, ये 90 के जैसे 90 was important for it, and जब तक ये 90 95 के नीचे नहीं आई, it was able to reverse, and this is exactly what we also expect in Maruti, right? So the stock market has patterns which repeat over time. Just trying to understand, analyze, and then it would be much more easier. Naukri, we had no positions over here, and then we created a position over here when they started moving updrift, and we knew that this was near the end of the week, and we would be getting a good actually I tweeted about on this particular day on 12th of October, when I said IT is now finally getting strength, and we created huge positions. And so from there you can see Naukri made 7200 levels तक गई थी. हम 7050 से 7100 में हम अपने सारे positions liquidate कर दिए, because it came in just 1 hour in the first 1.5 hour move. Now in Florida, 4000 seems like a good resistance, and one of these days it's going to blast past 4000 and going to move much higher. Nestle India is also nothing much. NMDC very nice consolidation, high highs, high lows. This is a triangle. जब ये 155 के ऊपर move करेगी, it will then go towards 160. I am not actually very much a fan of PSU, so I really won't be trading it. NTPC also fantastic consolidation, and given the momentum of the power companies, then definitely from here 160 seems very much doable. OFSS is more in a box, and जब तक ये maybe sorry, maybe going forward it will जब तक 5000 के ऊपर closing नहीं आती, we won't be looking into it. ONGC, this is one of the company we left much higher, much earlier at 148, and from there it went towards 170. Right now is this looks really जब तक 160 का breach नहीं की, but in general 170 के ऊपर ही we would be interested in ONGC. Till then it can correct towards the levels of 150, which is also a psychological support zone. So let's see. Page Industry, fantastic consolidation at all-time high. PEL, this was one of our favorite companies, but because of demerger, this is we have no positions. We booked out all our positions at all-time high on this particular day. Going forward, 3000 seems again good. यहाँ से दो चीज़ें हो सकती हैं. एक हो सकती है कि अगर ये 2700 को breach करती है, then it will automatically correct towards 2500, and then if not, then ये 3000 को breach करके it will fly higher. But no matter what, move is definitely going to come in. So try to keep a track of 2950, 2960 levels. अगर वो levels को अगर breach करके अगर move करने लगी, then definitely 3000 and above move आने वाली है उसी दिन. Petronet is also more in a box. PFC closing above 150 would have been much better, but still maybe next time it will, next Monday ये शायद दे दे. Pfizer is on a box. Pidilite also making higher highs, higher lows, making new all-time highs. fantastic structure. 2500, I think it will again correct towards the levels of 2450, and then again it will try to breach 2500. PI industry is also more in a box, so 3400 Cooper we would be interested. PNB is also more in a box. Polycab also 2600 seems like a very good resistance, but the thing is it has been making high lows. One of these days, 2600 Cooper X strong closing देगी, and then it will fly towards the levels of 2850 to 2900. REC Limited is also more in a box. Jab tak 170, it seems like a good target for now, but it's more of dancing between the levels of 165 and 150. Reliance, fantastic consolidation. We have already discussed the targets of Reliance for the short term, and I am still holding all my positions, and definitely we are going to see a good move. Sorry. Sale 120 के ऊपर अच्छी क्लोजिंग देके अच्छी मूव दे रही है, and going forward maybe 130 is going to be a good target in the short term. SBI Life, I've already discussed all my trading strategy when I discussed HDFC Life. This you can find earlier video. State Bank of India, high highs, high lows, making new all-time highs. Fantastic move. It broke this particular all-time high, and until then you can see it has never come back towards it. So it seems like the levels of 500, 520 is definitely in the cards in the short term. Siemens also fantastic move is coming, and so this should be in your radar. SRF, there was a split, and so you see this particular chart, but SRF is also fantastic, and going forward there can be a new all-time highs coming in. Shriram Transport Finance is also more in a box. 1300, 1400 इसके ऊपर move आएगी, sustain करेगी, then only we would be interested. Star, nothing much. Sun Pharma went towards 850. We traded on this particular day from 791. I remember I tweeted, and from there it went towards the levels of 820. It was an expiry on the last expiry, और उस दिन हमने trade किया था. We knew 820 would be a hot to break, but theoretically after that there was this move, and then it came towards 800. We created positions, and from there you can see it went towards the levels of 850 in a very short span of time. It's good. Sun TV also is trying to give us a breakout from 550, but in general I'm not interested in media companies in general. Syngene is also not much of an interest to us. One of these days, agar ye 600 breach karti hai, there can be more correction. Tata came in an all-time high, and this was after a good move. The size of this candle is somewhat, agar choti si choti hoti, then we would have been happier. And this is also true for Tata Consumer, but you never know, because the sentiment for all the Tata companies are really good. This is a very interesting structure. There was a gap up, and now you can see this particular sell-off which happened in 530 levels. They were not able to devour this particular candle, and it's making a higher lows. So this actually showcases, and also true for Tata Power, same structure. So this actually showcases थोड़ी सी अगर consolidation हुई और थोड़ी सी अगर market में strength देखी कि there can be more further move, because you have to understand all these moves they came on the last weekly expiry. Friday the market was closed, as a result of which you also have to take into consideration that because of the long weekend maybe the positions were not carried forward. So going forward there is a good sign of movement to be expected in Tata Chem, Tata Power and Tata Motors. TCS, we were able to create a positions on this particular day. We are still holding it. We have got our we are now in X dividend phase. Going forward, whenever I see a good dip coming in big large cap IT companies like TCS and Infi, I always create positions, and in the past this has always given me a good result. Tata Steel, as we mentioned, steel is one of the sectors which I am planning for the next week, and going forward I can definitely say I will be aggressively creating positions, and maybe steel is going to outshine in the next week. Tech Mahindra is also more in a box. Titan, fantastic consolidation. Tata company and festive season, lot of positive tailwinds, and so going forward, new all-time high is not far away. Torrent Pharma is also more in a box. Torrent Pharma ki strategy we have already discussed a lot of times. So even Torrent Power also seems like very nice after this move. You can see very nice consolidation for the next 2 days, and then theoretically 550 seems doable. Trent also, you can see a very nice structure of consolidation, and it was able to take out 1200 levels के ऊपर चली गई थी. This was the target when we were discussing on these particular days. जब वो 1020, 1030, 40 levels पे थी, 1200 was our target. It was achieved, and then nice consolidation going forward. I think 1200 is also going to be breached for 1400 targets in the short to medium term. TVS Motor also was more in a box, and making high highs, high lows, and going forward definitely 600 seems doable. UBL also 16, 1700 making new all-time highs, and trying to sustain it is really a good sign. Ultrachem, there is not much interest in the cement sector, so there is nothing we can trade here. UPL also 750 में अच्छी consolidate कर रही है. Going forward अगर ये it doesn't breach 730, जब तक 730 breach नहीं होगी, there is nothing to worry. But अगर ये 730 के नीचे trade करना start की, then again it can correct over 700. Vedanta also just like other steel companies, this is giving a good return. So going forward, actually right now I am seeing that the market is giving a huge premium to Vedanta compared to Tata Steel, and this is something which I don't agree. But market is supreme, and just because a stock is moving doesn't mean I have to make positions in it, because I think staying with Tata Steel and JSW Steel, and especially अगर आप distribution देखो तो मेरा 80% पैसा Tata Steel में जाएगा, 20% JSW Steel में जाएगी. And so I think even though the return may not be as high as in Vedanta or Jindal Steel, but at least I don't have to worry about my positions for the short to medium term. Voltas is also making new all-time highs. 1300 में अच्छी consolidation हुई है, and now it seems like 1400 is definitely in the cards. Wipro, we traded a huge number of positions, so we were creating at these 640 650 levels. यहाँ पे just मैं video post किया था nightly. I talked about how this the result is going to be really of interest, and definitely the market is going to appreciate the result, and that's exactly what happened. So not only we are carrying those positions still, हमने यहाँ पे intraday positions बनाए थे. When it opened with a gap up, we were first able to book our profits at 720 for all our positions जो हमने इन दिनों में बनाए थे. और फिर जब वो 720 को breach की, then we created more positions on an intraday basis, which we booked at 739, and this is also what I tweeted about. And going forward, I see that this is going to take us much higher, so it's just a matter of having some patience. Wipro has really posted good results, and since it was able to hold and close above the levels of 700, I think this is just the beginning. 1 or 2 days we should be trading above the levels of 750. So that's all, folks. Thanks a lot for listening. Hope this a rather long video is going to help you in taking and understanding the trades which I'm interested in, and going forward we would be more interested in certain sectors जो हमने अभी discuss किया, and we also discussed the trading strategy for some scripts. Thanks a lot for listening. Enjoy your weekend, and let's see what the market has to offer for the next week. Bye bye.